Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to share my favorite chapter of the book, The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. I have been slowly reading through this book for the past 2 months, but I stumbled upon my favorite chapter so far, and that's not easy to do. I love a lot of these chapters. They've meant a lot to me, but this one in particular has meant a lot. So it's about Jerzy Dudek, who is a former soccer player, football, whichever you prefer. He was born in 1974 in Poland, in a small mining community, and when he was 10 years old, his mother wanted him to promise that he would never go work in the mines. He thought to himself, what else is he going to do? He ended up working in the mines anyways, around 16, and the mining company had a soccer team, just a small thing that they could play. His first coach told him, "You dive like a sack of potatoes." By 17, Dudek was getting much better, and he was improving quickly, but he's kind of stalled out. He was said he felt like he was melting into the grayness in terms of plateauing. He joined a first division Polish team, and they signed him to about $400 a month. I think John Green later goes on to say it was $1,800 a year, so he was part-time. He ended up joining Liverpool after that, and he had stated that Liverpool was the biggest mistake of his life. The first few days in Liverpool were the worst ones of my life. I felt really lonely. I was in a new place with a new language which I couldn't speak. So while Jerzy was at Liverpool, he had taken, well, not just during Liverpool, but throughout his life, he had taken thousands of goals or penalty kicks. He was a goalie. And he had always practiced them in exactly the same way. He would stand still right in the middle of the goal, and he would dive one way or the other. Liverpool ended up making it to the the Champions League Championship in 2005. As a goalie, he gave up 3 kicks in the first half extremely quickly, or 3 scores in the first half extremely quickly. In the second half, Liverpool came back and they scored 3 kicks of their own. The game goes into 30 minutes of extra time. With 90 seconds left, Jerzy makes a double save on 2 point-blank shots, back to back. So the game goes into a shootout after Jerzy saved those 2 point-blank shots. One of his teammates ends up saying, "Hey, Jerzy, I know you've practiced your ritual for being a goalie and for these shootout kicks your entire life one way, by standing still right in the middle of the goal and diving one way or the other. You should change it up. You should do the wobbly legs." And this is where I want John Green's writing to take over. There are times in your life when you do things precisely as you have practiced and prepared for them. And then there are times when you listen to Jamie Carragher. So in the most important moment of Jerzy Dudek's professional life, he decided to try something new. His spaghetti legs didn't look exactly like Grobelar's had, but he danced on the goal line, his legs wobbling this way and that. "I didn't recognize my husband," Morel Dudek said. "I couldn't believe he danced so crazily in the goal." Liverpool scored all but one of their penalties. For Milan, facing the dancing Dudek, it was a different story. Milan's first penalty taker missed the goal entirely, and then Dudek saved 2 of the next 4 penalties, and Liverpool completed what came to be known as the Miracle of Istanbul. Someone tell 10-year-old Jerzy Dudek that he is going to save 2 penalties in a European Cup final by making the weirdest possible choice. Someone tell 21-year-old Jerzy Dudek, playing for $1,800 a year, that he is a decade away from lifting the European Cup. You can't see the future coming. Not the terrors, for sure, but you also can't see the wonders that are coming. The moments of light-soaked joy that await each of us. When I first read those last two sentences, I started crying. It was so powerful to me. I have been going through one of the most difficult times of my life recently, and I'm trying to find that joy, that hope, that excitement. It's been very difficult. There's so many reasons to feel helpless right now, but you can't give into it. You may not get to see the seeds that you're planting right now. You may not get to understand what it's going to turn into, but there's always hope and there's always beauty that's on the other side. You just need to trust that it's going to happen. And to anyone who's going through a hard time, I'm so sorry that you're going through what you're going through, but just keep pushing through. Find something that gives you joy. Find something that you're excited about. Find something that you can improve upon. Make little tiny improvements each day. Find something that you love. It's going to work out. I highly recommend everyone check out The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. It talks about the most mundane things, such as scratch and sniff stickers to Halley's Comet, things that we don't give more than a second thought, but it's all about finding appreciation, meaning, serenity, peacefulness in these mundane things, and I highly recommend you check it out. It's an easy to read book, but it gives a lot of meaning to anyone going through anything, good or bad. Check it out. Bye.